कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen yaar, don't be so conservative. I have to apologize. We're slightly late. The reason for that is, again, not my fault. I was here at 5:47 in position. I even changed my shirt in between those two, that promo that I did. I changed the shirt and got to this shirt. You didn't even know. I was like a young Hema Malini. I just went from one verse to the other verse in different saris and nobody could tell. Just remember that. But the reason for us being late is not my fault, and it's not the fault of our young comedian Masoom. It's the fault of Meghnad. Meghnad is playing around with light somewhere in a distant studio. Yeah, there. He is now. He goes from Darth Vader to Luke Skywalker, and it'll happen in the show, so I'll be proved right in any case. So just to get that off my chest, but I want to just mention
Darth
quickly.
Vader.
Oh yes, I could see the change in light right now.
And
See?
Luke Skywalker. See? Yes, magic.
Masoom has gone from investigative journalist and man of sincere qualities to one of these Bollywood Lokanwala model types. I'm really worried. Fame has hit him. And taken over his very
He
fabric.
lost all his ethics.
He's lost it all. He's just a wannabe model. Just another bloody Arjun Rampal in 5'3" of Arjun Rampal.
South Bombay has deeply influenced me, Cyrus. It is making me more
One
ignorant.
second. We are even more shallow. We are more shallow than the Lokanwala model. The Lokanwala model still has something going for him. And he's trying really hard. He's doing stupid stuff in his life, but he's trying really hard. In South Bombay, there's a whole group of people who don't do anything. We don't understand what koshish is. There's no trying. There's no trying whatsoever. Can I just mention the sponsors? Because one of them has the last week with us. We have to give a farewell party also after that. And that's the XC40 itself, the Volvo XC40 Recharge. Of course, please go and buy it the moment the show ends. It's not very expensive. If you're from South Mumbai, Lokanwala, wait a little longer. And also heads up for tails, which brings me to my rant, which has nothing to do with anything. But I just want to... Masoom, you're a dog lover?
Yes.
There you go. That was an awkward yes, but thanks for staying in the fight. It's important. It's a bit like when you're asked if you're a communist in the early days in Bengal and you just say yes so they don't hurt you. That's fine.
In general, I'm like, I like all animals. I was just thinking...
I didn't mean it that way. You're an animal lover, out of which there is also dogs. So I just want to talk about this dog thing which is going on. In the last month or so, it started in Kerala and it went all over. Delhi's had a bit. And it's just a little scary about all this sort of crazy madness towards aggressive dogs that people have come up with. Okay. One or two incidents here and there. And then you suddenly have everybody saying, remove your pet, getting insecure about having their pets and putting their pets. I mean, the way they just leave them on roadsides in our part of the world, not to bring South Bombay back into it, but they leave them in Oval Maidan or hanging gardens because everybody feels if they keep the dog, they just leave the dog in a big garden area, their karma will be okay. The dog will survive. Then it's not their problem. It's a bit like how we take the dustbin, the garbage from the house and you just throw it anywhere and then it's no longer your problem. But you've done your bit to keep the house clean. It's a bit like that. But it's just ridiculous, the lack of empathy for it's your dog. Okay. And firstly, we have to probe each and every...
I have a similar rant about people and their treatment about dogs. So my dog Alu, so she is a very feisty little thing. Okay. So she has triggered all the other dogs around in the area, the strays. So at night, each of them take turns to trigger her back. So she comes and then there's this flurry of activity and she keeps barking for 15 minutes. Then she goes away. Then another dog comes and triggers her and does this. Now I have a neighbor who is apparently studying in IIT, so important things. And he's been complaining that your dog barks too much. And I'm like, boss, wo dog hai. Like, I mean, bark to karega. I mean, like, what am I supposed to do? So now we have to lock her in, poor thing, at night because friend from IIT is complaining. I'm lost. I don't know what to do. Otherwise, she's galloping around in the balcony.
I try to find compromises everywhere first before I lose my mind and attack people who hate animals. So you try and, distract the dog a little bit.
What's the middle ground over here?
Now, if you walk around naked... You walk around naked, your dog will go like, oh my God, what's that? And then the bark will leave for some time. Just a suggestion. I don't know what you look like naked. I would love to find out on a Tuesday evening in IVM Bandra, but that aside. But I know what you're saying. So the people, they just, firstly, he's frustrated, he's studying. So the distraction is something that he's clinging to because he's not focused enough. Now, if you remember your Shaolin or your Bruce Lee, once you're focused, there is no distraction because the only enemy for you is you. Right. But they don't understand Shaolin. Nobody understands Shaolin anymore. I'm wasting my time to explain it. What I'm saying, it may sound like an idiot talking, and that's completely correct, but it's also correct. The point of what I'm trying to make, which is that, when we were studying, what happened, the guys would play cricket down when I was growing up, because Saturday, whoever's not studying was playing cricket, and that would drive me nuts. But that's because I'm not really invested in the friggin' studies, If you're a girl at home and they were playing cricket, you don't get that distracted. For some
Also,
reason, you don't go
whoever's
like,
playing cricket never gets distracted because
no,
they are so
no.
focused. I've never seen that person be.
There you go.
That has never
Exactly.
happened.
And there's a car banging into an old lady, and nobody goes to help her. Nothing. It's like, Rahul, it's like that. Totally different. Where we've gone. But just coming back to that, because they put these videos online, and it's like racism. You can create very quickly. You can just create an angle, a perspective which is colored, and make a narrative which is your own, and then people just believe it. Okay, so let's just hope that people understand that, this is just, you're connected to your dog. Look after your dog. You want to get rid of your son or daughter, that's between you. I don't care. But once you contract, you honor the contract with the dog.
There is very specific dog racism also, by the way. So Alu is a indie. And we adopted her from the streets, right? And then there are breed dogs. So nobody complains about breed dogs. They only see like this indie poor thing, like looking like a mangy dog.
The excuse for breeds is, ये यहाँ के है ही नहीं. ये mountain के तो ये घर में थोड़ा अजीब feel करेंगे.
It's pure racism. It happens all the time. You're with your breed dog, and somebody will come and push away the stray dog. Almost like, nahi, wo idhar aa gaya, like that he's not allowed. Like, this is South Africa in the old days, so let's just keep everyone apart. It's just ridiculous. Comedians also, isn't that, Masoom, you were telling me? Like Puneet Panya and those kind of guys, you don't like you guys to come on stage with them. And
wow.
Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to
under the bus.
Oh, nah. I was with Puneet all morning. He spent 45 minutes getting into an outfit, a kurta. It was, going back to his MBA days, it was like ragging.
A while to dress up?
No, it's just that in our studio, we have Mohit Mahale, 115 kilos, Kunal Vijayakar, who was 107 at the beginning of the year and now is 89, and Gopal Dutt, who's with his success getting fatter every month. So what's happening is the clothes are one size for these people. And Puneet has lost a lot of weight, actually. So we were trying to find something that fits him. What's wrong with you bloody comedians? Can't you stay in one weight category? Every month that people change their size.
It's all the lack of money.
Not with Puneet Panya.
That should just make you like thin, right? Like lack of money is direct result is. No, actually no. Lack of money also means you consume more fast food, so it can be the other.
I have seen enough beggars, Meghnad, on the road who with big stomachs, and when they ask for money, I'm appalled. I'm like, boss, no, you run now. Just go up and down Nariman Point. That's what you do.
Oh God!
Have you seen the distended bellies and all that? It's disgusting, yaar. Really, it's appalling that you're a bhikhari and this is your act.
With colored hair, with blonde hair.
There you go. Yeah, but that you can get from the sea also. If there's peroxide and all in the water, it's possible to get colored hair. Like you get it in the swimming pools. If he's a member of a club, for example, definitely would have got it.
No, they were proper highlights. जैसा सिर्फ आगे का part हुआ था. I'm
sure. He's doing great. Parents must be so proud. Yaar, mera beta. And Nariman Point.
Basically, the point is that Puneet will soon have abs.
Puneet will have abs, but in the meantime, Saju has made a comment which we should not ignore. I stay in the Netherlands and can hardly hear dogs bark and also hardly hear babies cry. Saju, let me tell you, if we had a choice, all three of us would stay in the bloody Netherlands. Do we have a choice? Yeah, what the hell? What's that point?
Really? So I have a few announcements for the show for our listeners
are you the anchor?
And viewers. I am the co-host today.
Masoom, in your face, rejected again.
Yes.
Twice in 2 shows, you're not the anchor. And by the way,
the internet.
Megzu, before you start, just mention ki offline, not offline, very much online, but we didn't put it on the chat. About 30 people have already discussed ki Masoom time pe aayega, kab aayega, kya rate hai, and what is the bet for and against. So
already a legend, sure all legacy. Of these are made things up.
No.
To be fair, no. In the first few chats, everybody was like betting कि मासूम time पे आएगा या नहीं आएगा.
Rishi, दिखाना एक दो. I swear, bro. I swear.
I would honestly love to.
Will Masoom be able to make it on time? Who is waging bets?
Jinesh. Vinay, 3-1, he will be there on time. Straight away.
He will be there on time. Yeah. And you were, to be fair, your internet is not on time. क्या करेंगे?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter whether you come here or you do it from home. You suck.
But as co-host duties demand, मुझे कुछ announcements करने हैं. So this, what you're watching and what you're listening to, is the last evening edition of Cyrus Says. Now all Cyrus Says are going to be morning.
Kicho nota. वो फिर नहीं आते. Keep going.
So now Thursdays will have guest episodes which will be streamed at 12 p.m. And
12,
Monday to
p.m.
Wednesday.
Wait, hey, should I be told? Why 12 p.m.?
अरे तो वो पहले रिकॉर्ड करके फिर स्ट्रीम करेंगे ना, तुम्हें क्या
12 बजे कौन करता है भाई? 12 बजे वर्किंग टाइम फॉर मुंबई.
ओके, तो स्पर्श को बोलना, मुझे मत बोल, मुझे अनाउंसमेंट करना है.
कान से पकड़ के पूछो ना एक बार.
I like how this is being
Monday
discussed
to
on the
Wednesday.
stream.
But why 12? What's the idea behind 12? You're not telling me that.
I have no idea. Sparsh is the one who decides these
Wow,
things. As I said, he's the boss.
Wow, you sound exactly like Eknath Shinde now. Really, you just say, "Ab to mera haath mein nahi hai." You talk to Mr. Fadnavis, he's there. Just let him take care of the situation. That's amazing.
कुछ तो logic होगा. कुछ तो
logic.
कुछ तो
I live in Munich. I won't be able to join morning live sessions. Only say, "Oh, see, bro, let's
No,
let's think about
morning live sessions are going to happen at 10 in the morning, which is Monday to Wednesday. And on Friday, again at 10, stream will happen.
But what happens to Munich?
Munich.
The 4 hours, 3.5 hours behind, bro.
No, but that's the thing. Now, we can't cater to all time zones.
You're anti-German.
You are only one person.
we have such huge following. 3 people in Germany, 1 in Netherlands.
Do you want to do twice a day, Cyrus? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do twice a day, Cyrus Says?
One second. When we have 15 people listening, I don't want to reject 7. You must, simple maths. 15 minus 7. Not good idea. Use your head, guys. Really.
Rishi will run a poll about whether people are disappointed by this announcement and whether they want to.
No, about the timing, that unique Thursday option. Like we've got a lot of guys who live abroad who can join in, and everybody likes. I know it's a small market of live stream, but it's still fun. Do it 8 a.m. morning walk time. Shovik, really, Shovik, Grim Fandango, 2-3 of them are getting out of control now. It's like they're running the show. They're sitting there in the boardroom saying, "Brocha ko bolo, 8 baje karna padega, nahi to pat." I'm going to finish next week. Rajat, my heart bleeds for you. Now Finland, Munich, bro, come on. I've got my time zone.
There's so much international support.
Everyone's traveling apart from the 3 of us.
Wait, Baba, you're coming from Navi Mumbai. You also have a time zone.
Yeah.
Too much.
I travel, but that travel doesn't matter. That's the problem.
You'll make it on time now. But they move the show to 12 just for you. That would be perfect. Yeah. Last time you did at 10:40. Yeah. We need to talk about this, before you all make a final decision behind our backs.
I just announced this. I thought, this is all discussed, but okay, let us talk about this.
Yeah, but I arbitrary 12. I'm not understanding that, boss, bro. Honestly. Yeah. I think go back to 10. Okay, Finland then sucks and Munich then sucks. Because we're sorry about that, but I still feel that maybe we should stick to one evening.
Sparsh, please.
Audience.
Yeah, Sparsh will explain himself. I know.
Aditya, look at Aditya's point. Now, this is a very moot point, guys. Holy crap, 12 p.m. Thursday, I had my plans to watch Hello Friend rerun. And there's like 12 episodes. Oh, man. No, Aditya, do not do that. Do not do that. All right? Don't change your plans. We will change our plans. Over to Meghnad.
Yeah, but there are a few people who are saying, please have one show for international audiences in the week. Sparsh.
And by the way, Meghnad, the Crusader, and Masoom, the fresh comic with ideas which are too liberal, you may want to live abroad. So be nice to these people. These are your friends.
If I live abroad, do you really think I'll listen to Cyrus Says?
No. I mean, they will help you go abroad if you're forced to leave.
Oh, right? Of course.
Anish is expecting Mallikarjun Kharge to look after you because he's already 81 batting. I'm not seeing a very long innings, brother. God bless everyone.
Speaking of Mallikarjun Kharge, which is a very direct segue into the topic. Congress elections have ended. And
don't say elections. I don't know about the word elections. Just say that the choosing happened. And the chosen one, as we say in MTV in the old days,
election holds no value anymore.
Yeah, no value, really.
No, honestly. Do you really think so? There are 2 ways to look at it. One is they said that it's a democratic election.
If you have a party whip which tells you where to vote, where's the election? Okay, it can be an unwritten whip. It can be an indirect whip or whatever. What's an indirect whip? A shawl. It could be a party shawl or something. But you know what I mean? Yeah, you disguise a whip in a shawl is still a whip. 100%.
But
you're the expert. You say.
No, but I know what you mean. But I mean, still, I would say it is speculation. It might be so that they genuinely the Gandhis kept away and they did not decide who the candidate is going to be.
Gandhis kept away, but it's just known that this is the preferred candidate.
It's a possibility.
It's
a possibility.
Roger Bini Bichara is now the chairman of selectors. Okay,
so
for example,
none of them said before the elections that Kharge was the preferred candidate, but everybody assumed that he is the preferred candidate, and it became so, right? So
I know a guy who works in the canteen in the Congress thing. His name is Kunal, and so he heard everything. The what happens in the background because they kept
Okay.
saying Kunal chai lana, that kind of thing. And in that he hears the
Yeah.
conversation. Yeah.
Yeah.
For example, I know that Shashi likes it sweet and Kharge likes it bitter. Kadwa, if you like that,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Too much
Masum,
again.
you were saying
That's
something,
cool.
no?
Oh no,
Masum, you were
it's
saying.
the internet. It's the internet.
Oh, it's the
Masoom,
internet.
Masoom is tech in charge today. Okay, just let him focus on that.
His reactions are so off. Whenever I
Yeah,
say something, he's laughing like 2 seconds later or reacting two
I
seconds later.
know.
So I'm a little
Yeah,
It,
confused whether he wants to say
it's the
something or
internet.
not. Yes.
It is the internet. My
Yes.
bad.
But
it,
Cyrus, are you okay with this result? What do you think?
absolutely not. I'm a great fan of democracy. It used to be there in some countries. And the whole problem with that is that if the leadership right at the top in any parties, especially multi-party system, is just not up to it, there's just no party, man. You can't just create a party out of history. There's no point to all this. And which, whether you like him or not, he's got a certain, Tharoor brings a little bit to the party. He's dynamic. He's urbane, definitely. He's literate, but he's a bit of a rock star. He's got charisma. He's got a magnetic personality. He's fun and he's witty. For me, I'll be proud
Hmm.
to have him as a leader. I like him in public. I'm quite proud of him when he appears in public, the way he carries himself, the way he always gets the last word in. And he's got an old world charm. Also, is that gentlemanness about him, etc. Forget all the accusations because they were mainly from one person who creates murder mysteries every year. Okay.
Yeah.
This is not
Yeah.
like the first one that he created. So
Yeah.
he's like the Agatha Christie of his time. Okay. I won't
Okay.
let's leave that aside for a
Yeah.
second. So I'm thinking you got this guy. So you got dynamic, you got good looking, you got verbose, you got intellectual. He's a literary figure with thousands of books. He's been in the UN in a top position. He's been all around the world as an ambassador and diplomat. He's a guy who can hold his own, and his Hindi is not that bad, and neither is Malayalam as people make it out to be. So although he's urbane, but that's where he comes from. He's a leader material. Against him, we've got Kharge, 81.
Kharge. Yeah.
That's how do we describe him? 81,
But
old, dyed in the wool Congress. There's no
so I
context for me.
completely understand where you're coming from. So the reason why I wanted Shashi Tharoor, and a very selfish reason, was that he would make Congress interesting to follow, right? Like
Yes,
Congress.
exactly.
I mean, Congress would become suddenly fun, right? I mean, the guy does stand-up shows,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And
Yes.
I mean, he would become
Look,
Congress as a party would become interesting to follow for someone like me.
and he
That was my
he would
selfish reason.
thrash the BJP in any English debate. But then again, so would
Oh,
most people.
so would most people. And he would thrash Kharge also if he does a debate with him.
How could
The
But he
how
didn't.
can
the biggest
how can you tell me this really honestly, yaar? If you guys are chairman, if this is a boardroom and 3-4 of us are there, are you actually going to give the power to Kharge over Shashi Tharoor to push the company forward? I mean, if these are your two
No, but
choices.
so I said this publicly, Cyrus, and I got into a lot of trouble for this because I am an English elite audience and I relate to Tharoor,
No,
but the rest of
that's
the
a
people
secondary.
don't.
That's a secondary point that you identify with him, and why not? That's a personal issue. I'm saying 81. He's going to be 81. Firstly, think
Hmm.
from that point of view. You can call it ageism or whatever. You can't reinvent the party with an older guy. That's a paradox
Yeah.
in terms. You reinvent the party with new blood. You
yes,
infuse new
yes.
blood when you're dying, right? It's like you can't
Yeah.
replace Kunal Vijayekar with Johnny Lever, or you should actually. But it just makes no
Here's the
sense
thing.
to me. Your new leader is older than your old leader and much
The
older
biggest
than the other runner-up. It's pointless.
the biggest criticism Congress had was when Rahul Gandhi was the face of it. They're like, he's not eloquent. He can't form sentences. ये mistake करता है.
Yep.
Now when we
Yeah.
had Shashi Tharoor as a chance, who can
Yeah.
properly bring someone down with his arguments, we should have.
Can I tell you one thing? And please remember this and do not send dirty letters to me about this and call me a sexist bastard, which I maybe am. He has got the ladies. Ladies like him. The ladies' vote will go to Shashi Tharoor. I've done enough events and I've observed him. Women like him. He's got the little rockstar appeal. Okay? He's got one thing that no disrespect to Mallikarjun Kharge, but I don't see women voting for him over Shashi Tharoor. Once the two of them go, head on like that. These little things, he's more telegenic. Yeah, telegenic counts in today's day and age. No question about it.
Yeah, yeah.
How,
It is
how
a
can you just say
popularity
no to
contest.
telegenic? The internet is everything
Tharoor
now.
doesn't look scary.
Huh?
That guy doesn't look scary at all.
Okay, now I can't hear what Masoom is saying. It's almost
Yeah,
like
Can you?
he switched sides and joined the Mallikarjun Pro Brigade, and so Rishi has decided to just destroy him from audio point of view. But let's pretend we know what he's saying. Oh, that's a good point, Masoom, and I would like to further on congratulate you on bringing it up in public.
But
Thank you. Yeah.
Cyrus, but one interesting thing that happened in this election was also, so the campaign was very interesting. So what Tharoor was standing for was a complete change in chain of command. He was saying, I will end the high command culture, right?
Correct.
And when Kharge was asked about the same thing on multiple interviews,
I have to check with my boss.
yeah, he basically said that, yeah, but you media have created this high command culture term and we don't agree with this, etc. But he was not directly saying that he will basically become a power center which is not the Gandhis, right? So he directly refused to say that the Gandhis will not control me or I will have independent decision. But Tharoor clearly said that he said that I will take them in
after
advisement.
Which his name was taken off the list.
Well, no, but think about it. He got 1,000 votes, right? So there were like around 9,800 odd people. He got 1,000 votes, and there were like some 7,200 votes.
10% is a massacre. Come on.
12% about that.
10-12%.
But then it does mean though that 12% people in the Congress do want what he wants. That's also something what
that's one way of looking at it. You're real optimist. You're literally the guy who they call the eternal optimist then. My point is that how do they change the system if they're refusing to change it from inside? Because if you lose badly twice in a row, you lose a lot of states, you lose a lot of popularity, your PR is all over the place. And even when the BJP is messing up, you're not able to take advantage of it properly. So if that's all happening and you're not able to understand you need change, restructuring from inside, perestroika, glasnost, openness and restructuring have to happen in that party. And that will only happen if you go for the new... Come on, yeah, it's simple maths here. Shashi Tharoor comes in, they reinvent the party, they change the managerial style. The family is still there. I've nothing against the family. I'm just saying that, but they cannot run it like a Sicilian, mafia thing. Yeah. That has to stop. And then with the young blood, Shashi gets in other young blood. New faces come in from north, south, east, west. People are interested in Congress again and think, ye to kuch cheez hai. It's not something that we are, making fun of all the time. But now what? You go back to...
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with this. And, that's what also when questions were asked about what will be the role of the Gandhis after this election is done, like whoever wins, right? Kharge or Tharoor. So Kharge said that, of course, they are very important. You cannot, they have sacrificed a lot for this party, yada, yada. The other way to look at it, Tharoor was saying that, listen, Gandhis are a very important part of the Congress. It would be stupid for me to separate the two. I would actually figure out a way to give them a role where I can use their leadership and their charisma and persona in the public to get us votes. Now, that is a way more realistic way to look at it, right? Where Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra is proving that he is actually sort of getting some attention to the party. So there is a precedent who is actually using him that way, where he's actually attracting that as a leader figure. But the decisions of the party are being made by someone else.
No, so he's like brand ambassador. They want to keep him as brand ambassador and you push him on. That's fine. I don't want to get all Oliver Cromwellian on King Charles here. But I don't think there's any problem that Shashi Tharoor is going to destroy them if he came to power. But the restructuring has to happen. It has to be more democratic setup. More people have to get involved. Find the new faces so that people there's some magnetic attention from the voter. Otherwise, what chance you have? Look at the three of us right now. Three of us, okay, what do we represent? The urban landscape, whatever you want to say, to out of work comics. And what do you do, Masoom? I'm kidding. But I mean, all three of us agree that Shashi Tharoor, as neutrals, okay, we don't really care one way or the other. No. Oh, come on. I mean, really. And this is no disrespect to Mallikarjun. He must have been a really nice guy. He might walk his dogs nicely and everything. He might, help the girl child, do all the right things. I have no idea about him. But I'm just thinking, if I want to win a game, if it's a game of cricket, why am I choosing this guy to go into bat for India when I can choose that guy to go into bat? Just simple. It's purely clinical question and answer. And a clinical answer is Shashi Tharoor brings more to the party in many, many ways. And I get nothing from Mallikarjun except a move backwards. It's almost like retarding a party which doesn't need to be retarded more right now.
Yeah, well...
I like how your
I can give you some
person.
The
metric of a nice person was ye kutte ko walk karata hai, and I'm like, it's still somehow circled back to the dog.
Gotta keep the sponsor happy. Just gotta plug in the ear here.
But
what I mean is, I don't want to badmouth Mallikarjun. We don't know enough about him personally. He may not be the worst politician in the world, but I can't see him as
give you information about him.
Oh my God.
That's what I was going to do. I was going to tell you a little bit about Mallikarjun Kharge.
Grassy Mr. India 1953?
No. So Mallikarjun Kharge has a 55-year career within the Congress. Okay, so he has been there throughout for the last
gold watch.
Many years.
In the West, he'd have got his gold watch by now, and off you go.
And he was the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, and he has not lost any election except one, which was in 2019. So he has basically had like this
The most
illustrious
crucial
career.
statistic that he lost the
Yeah,
last one.
last one. Yeah.
And you expect him losing at 76, 77 to win at 82, 83, something like that.
But
Okay,
that's exactly what happened. Then he became
so
Rajya Sabha member.
what do you tell a guy like that? Sir, you have potential, huh? Next time. Why?
God,
I know it's sounding ageist, man.
so hard.
Meghnad, I know it's sounding a little ageist, but isn't there a limit, yaar? I mean, where in the world? Even Putin would retire. Xi Jinping will go at 81.
Yeah.
Or before, if
At
somebody
some
has
point
their
you
way
have
in
to
China.
give up and be like, that's it.
Yeah, that's
Masoom,
it.
also, situation bhi ek cheez hai na. What is the situation? They need to reinvent. They look at different things to do. This is same old, and in fact, same old, stressing on old here. I think it's just stupid. Honestly, the word stupid is the only thing I can think of. I see silence of the lambs.
Other than that, he's now basically the first non-Gandhi president after 24 years. So basically half of his life, political career life, about half of it, he has spent with the Gandhis, right? And there is a very fun fact which I found, which is his children's names are inspired by the Gandhis, apparently. The names of Congress President-elect Mallikarjun Kharge's children, Priyank, Rahul, Priyadarshini, Jayashree, and Milind, were inspired by his loyalty to the Gandhi family.
Milind Devra.
This is why... No, why Milind Devra?
No,
where did
Milind
come from? What's the Milind and Nehru family?
That's the name of his children. I don't know how the inspiration came.
More Maharashtrian name, Milind with a D.
But Priyank and Rahul is definitely inspirations. Yeah,
that's good journalism on your part. I'll give you that.
This is according to a biographer. Yeah, this is according to a biographer called H.
So what you're saying is, how could he lose the election when you name your kids after the leaders? But I don't want to blame the Gandhis here for a second. Honestly, I'm saying it's not completely their fault. It's psychophancy, the biggest problem in India. I've been screaming about that from our first show. The psychophancy, we just can't stop it. So, beach mein jo log jo baith jate udhar, in the middle of the whatever meetings and all that, they are the ones who are not letting them go. What if they are trying to go? What if they really had enough? Okay, the Bharat Jodo Yatra, he's reinvented himself to some degree, to some extent. We'll give him 5 points for that. But there's also Jairam Ramesh, from what I gather, his idea, and the wise heads that are moving that along. I'm saying those guys are just clinging to the sari and saying, "Ma'am, please, ruko, you are the greatest, whatever." They are not letting the party grow. Shashi Tharoor will say, "No, boss, let's restructure this like an MNC. Let's make it into a corporation again. And now let's find people with talent to come in from north, south, east, west, talk to different dynamics, young people, urban people, this people, that people." India is a very, you have to divide and rule in a sense, right? Meghnad, that's our podcast.
Yeah.
Finland, Munich, different timings for everyone. We've been very careful. We look at the map of the world and then we...
One of his campaign ideas was that the Congress party needs to be completely decentralized. So he wanted to hold elections even on the state levels and district levels. So like every district and state will choose their own party president also. So of course it will be like a model that will be followed by the center. But essentially what he was saying was that he's okay with giving up power so that state and district presidents have more power, which is actually, I think, useful.
No, but again, I'm saying, if you're losing, you have to do something, right? If my batting lineup can't perform for 6 matches in a row, I'm going to say, okay, just keep trying, boys. There's a limit. The hands coming in to tell me, Liz Truss has resigned. Liz Truss, our leader, sorry, leader of the British peoples, has resigned in 2 weeks. So does it mean there'll be a Desi rising again?
I don't know. The Desis have practically taken over the Britain. So,
as runner-up in the race, Rishi should be not our Rishi. Rishi Sunak, I'm talking about. Do you think he gets another shot at it? It's possible.
I have no idea. I don't know.
Hey, Shashi speaks better English than the British. Shashi Tharoor, get on a plane to London right now.
That's not a bad idea. Shashi Tharoor for Prime Minister of
But if
UK.
they find out he lost to Mallikarjun Kharge, they'll just say, go back. Because that ain't no contest, bro. Anywhere in the world, it would be no contest.
Really losing respect for Shashi Tharoor just because he lost.
But what I'm just losing respect for us as a people. Because I can't understand what they're thinking. Do they want to win? Let's be all Machiavellian for a second and say, do you want to win? If the end justifies the means.
That makes a lot
What's
of
your
sense.
end?
Their move doesn't seem like they want to win the next election. Like this would get them more votes for sure. That's right.
Getting emotional like it's a Punjabi Sangeet going on and people are drunk and telling each other how they love each other and don't actually do. That's what's happening. No, aap hai, this. I can imagine the words that are being used there. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I believe we have to go for a break.
Yes, we do.
Because
just last comment. People are saying that the chat is more invested in Liz Trust than our Shashi Tharoor, and I'm very offended. Now we can go into the break.
I'm not. I totally agree with them. British politics is more fun. Plus, they dress better. But we'll take a break. Yeah. I just found out that Liz Truss and our good friend here, Shashi Tharoor, have joined the Big Boss. Because that's what you do
of course.
when things aren't going your way.
Natural progression.
Is it a step in the right direction? No one can tell. Time
Of
will
course
tell.
it is. Content is king. It's
Will they
always
also
a
make
step in the
TikTok
right
and Reels
direction.
now?
Yeah.
By the way, he does.
Masoom.
He does.
Yeah, Masoom.
He's everywhere. Sorry, go on.
Interestingly enough, no, but Masoom, I was just thinking, between Mallikarjun Kharge and Shashi Tharoor is the one who can make reels.
Yeah.
Mr. Kharge can't.
Yes.
I mean, that's a definite advantage, isn't it? I mean,
Yes.
just by that logic, they should have voted for Tharoor.
Look, he's fairly active on the. He's fairly active. Yeah, okay, exactly. Looking at the future and all that, he's fairly active on the internet. You keep the Kharges and all. I'm not saying you don't keep them, but you can't have them as the face anymore. I mean, I just don't
Yeah.
understand. We are outsiders.
Yeah,
Okay, we were nothing here. Our thing is very neutral. Our thinking. I just want to see a good fight in Indian politics. Otherwise, just one dominant party is just going to be no fun for anyone except the party.
Exactly.
Not even the whole
Yeah.
party. Just 2-3 people run the party. The rest of them also bolo, mera chance, mera number kab aayega. That's the typical slogan you will find in Lok Sabha from all the guys who are waiting to get into the cabinet who won't get in or who have been in and will never come back.
It's like a cricket match between India and Afghanistan.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it's like,
Afghanistan is still got a decent bowling attack for slow wickets, but I'm saying India and say Zimbabwe at the moment. You know,
Zimbabwe.
who
Okay.
are really having
Fair
a
enough.
bad time with red ball cricket, for example.
Okay.
Masoom, are you a cricket lover?
Not at all.
Then fuck off.
Yeah, I just
kidding.
zoned out for 10 seconds.
I forget. You know, every time we
Neither
do
am
this,
I actually. Neither
No,
am
Meghnad,
I.
you
I just
you
thought
discuss cricket
that
all the time.
Afghanistan will be shit.
You're a liar. You're a liar. You're a cricket
That's
lover.
how Afghanistan, Iran. I was just like, I get that.
No, he's
the
just-
point that it's like
He's upset. Meghnad is upset about the Taliban government, so he's just bringing it back to politics. It's not about sports
Of
for him.
course.
He just wanted them to lose somewhere. Yeah. By the way, guys, it's been a year of that, huh? And Afghanistan is rocking. Women not playing, women not working, women well,
Not going to school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's 2022. Yeah. How woke is
things
Afghanistan now? Yeah.
Yeah.
Really. Okay.
I just wanted to remind our watchers and listeners to like this stream and share it with people. And also,
What
my
is
own
Mallikarjun
channel is
Kharge?
also tagged. Wait,
That's
मेरा
disgusting.
plug करने दो पहले. मैं
वो कैसा?
disgusting behavior.
That's cannibalism.
मेरा भी
You're
channel
eating our
tag हुआ
channel
है.
through your channel.
Please subscribe to my channel also, जो tag होगा. Because
Fuck
Sparsh has
this.
promised.
Masoom,
Sparsh has-
Masoom, you also do your own thing. This is
Yeah.
I
the
have
least
no
important thing
channel.
is our
Please
show.
don't look for me online. Just stay away.
You and Mallikarjun Kharge are the same, aren't you? Huh? Just no TikToks for you. Yeah.
But Masoom, do you have anything to plug?
Nah, man,
Except
nothing.
your-
I have an Instagram account. That's it. That's the only place where I have an account. I'm not even active.
Any upcoming shows?
Now ask him why.
Uh,
Because back in Navi Mumbai, he's struggling with Wi-Fi. Every time he starts.
There are 8 posts waiting to be uploaded since 4 years. They just don't go online.
Again, the words Mallikarjun
Dial-up
Kharge come
connection.
to mind. Yeah.
डायल अप कनेक्शन लेके बैठे हो तो ऐसे ही होगा क्या करेंगे बट
The irony, Meghnad, sorry, it's called Navi Mumbai, huh? And it's again, it's the new invented, the better version. Yeah, there you go.
and
yeah
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything.
But go ahead.
It's a nice place.
do you like
I love
living
it,
in
I
Navi
love it.
Mumbai?
I would much rather stay in Bombay because my work is there. I'm trying to be as diplomatic as possible.
Meghnad, how can you even ask him this question? Are you
Exactly.
seriously asking this question? Like, out of choice,
It's
people
like-
go to Navi Mumbai and say, boss, this is the place for me to hang in. No,
I mean, come on, some people do like living in Greater Noida.
don't
Like,
compare
it's the
Delhi.
same thing.
Delhi is very different.
but-
The Kapoors are very different. The Kapoors are very different.
Go on.
Their argument is यहाँ पे घर बड़ा है, हमारा काम यहाँ पे है. All work happens mostly in Bombay. Dude, this is
But
how
I mean-
different Navi Mumbai is. There's a train line for Navi Mumbai called as Harbour Line. उसके पोल पे वो लोग ने फ्रिक्शन वाला ग्रिप भी नहीं बनाया. It's just like अगर तुम गिर गए तो गिर गए. We don't care. The other line have like a grip friction thing on it. They don't give a shit over here, dude. They are just like गिर गए तो गिर गए, चढ़ गए तो चढ़ गए.
Wow, this is like parts of China. So you won't be a statistic also. It doesn't, you don't count. So you're not even a statistic. You're not even that one number to add up, ki mar gaya, whatever. That's it. Wow. I tell
But
you.
do a lot of people die in metro still? Like
Metro?
it was at one point
Are
it
you
was
not
an
paying
outrage.
attention?
Sorry, locals. Cyrus, do you want to meet Alu?
I want to meet Alu.
Alu,
Hi, Alu.
hi
Oh, what a
Alu.
cutie.
They're saying hi. They're
What
saying
is she? A little
hi.
bit of German Shepherd. Looks
Yeah,
like to
she's a
me.
little bit of
Yeah.
a
Yeah. Look at the
mix.
triangular face.
Some mix.
Yeah. Mummy pe
And
gayi, yeah,
that's
looks
why
like. Not you.
and that's why they get triggered by the poor thing.
Yeah.
So because she's so different looking. Look at her.
So
Like so
let me understand
exotic.
the arrangement. You keep Alu in the house and now you kept your partner outside.
She's got to work, so I mean I don't
Yeah, but that's what
voluntarily
it
keep
means.
her out.
That's a Mallikarjun moment. That's a Mallikarjun moment. Back in our day, apna zamana mein. Imagine all the speeches will start with this. Boys, back in the old days, apna zamana mein, mere time ki baat hai. Everything's going to start like that now. And then we know Wi-Fi,
What's
he'll
the
handwrite the notes.
what is the age
Bolo?
Masoom?
between them? What is
Masoom
the
is
age
just
difference?
lagging. It's
No,
just like
he doesn't want to
starts
interrupt.
something.
Okay, I'll explain the you don't understand the progression of comics on our show. The first time they're
Right.
very polite and shy. Second time they're still polite and less shy. By the eighth time they're abusing me and don't let me speak. So let's enjoy
One
this
second.
period. First, second,
I,
third,
I,
fourth
I
time.
really want to know who has done this so that I can learn from that person.
Every
Yeah,
single one
please,
of them.
Cyrus.
They're like evil, disgusting, ungrateful bastards, except the women, because I can't say bastards for them. But honestly, they grow and then suddenly they won't let you talk after that. So Masoom, I'm enjoying
Uh,
this very well-behaved Navi Mumbai boy.
Puneet is ruining it for a lot of us. Puneet is setting the benchmark very low.
Look at
But
Meghnad.
Puneet has not become that. Puneet is just the quietest person on this podcast still.
Yeah, and also Puneet, nobody knows what he's saying. Okay, because he's on a tangent about his trains and his own problems, and he actually feels pain about the government. Most of us just try to make people laugh, so it's a very different story altogether. Yeah, the intensity is too much for most of us. Like, why? Isko kitna gussa kyun hota hai, yaar? It's like that. Yeah.
But we are moving on to the next topic now, Cyrus.
Yeah,
There is
which
a
was
very
Puneet.
fun story that has happened. So in Bihar, there was a class 7 paper which referred to Kashmir as a separate country. Okay. And a
Wow.
probe has been ordered. The question that they asked was, what are the people of the following countries called? Right. And
Wow,
then the
that's a lot.
options were Nepal, England, India, and Kashmir.
Oh God, dude, this is just
So
And
it's
to
like-
separate England from India. I mean, how painful is that?
Yes.
Wow.
But
So how do they do that?
I mean,
There has to be a mistake, right? Like a lapse.
yeah. So
Yes,
the
yes,
education
yes.
minister
Like an
has
accident. I mean, like a
said
typo mistake of sorts.
it's human error. It's human
Human
error.
error.
But then a probe has been ordered because clearly national sentiments have been hurt in this whole process.
this
Sometimes
happened
I
in
don't
one
think
school, right?
stupidity. Sorry?
This happened in one school, right?
It happened.
There's only one school
the
in Bihar,
7th class
Masoom.
paper.
How dare you say that? Apologize. I don't. I love Bihar. Yeah. I've been to Patna twice, so I can say that. Yeah. And Sparish is getting angry there. Is his hair standing up?
Cyrus, you were saying something?
No, kuch nahi, sir. I was just saying ki these countries mentioned, Kashmir is not. Kashmir is part of India apparently. So that was
Yeah.
I can't believe someone did that in a school. I mean, it doesn't make sense. As in
It can't be
deliberately.
deliberate.
Yeah.
It's like basically human error which resulted in this. And apparently the Kishanganj district.
Nandish. It was Kashmir
Nandish.
like the material. Nandish, it's named after the area. Just the
Wait.
Western, I don't know how to pronounce it.
So the question
that's
is,
a-
what are the people of the following countries called? And Kashmir can be an option.
So, no, he's right. Everyone who wears Kashmir is from that area,
Yes.
is what he's trying to say. Nandish is a very intelligent man. I know him. He was in my
Very,
class.
very intelligent. Very
That's a
intelligent.
really weird mistake, by the way. I
It is,
don't
right?
think.
There are only two options,
Like, it's
deliberate or accident. Just tell me. Deliberate or accident. Come on, vote.
Accident.
Masoom is not happy. He wants to go with deliberate and cause mischief.
Oh, you are saying deliberate. Okay. How?
I don't think I think there are malicious intentions behind this. They're
What if it's a trick question? What if it's a trick question?
Yeah,
We purposely
exactly,
put it there
that's
to
what
see how
I'm saying.
people. Huh?
Exactly. What if they are just like karke dekhte hain? It's like a poll
Exactly.
to see. Yes.
Because then the right wing element can go after the three idiots in class who went and said, "Oh, Kashmir are called Kashmiris," without thinking it through properly. But that will happen as
Interesting.
well. It's a comedy of
maybe-
errors, actually.
I mean, it might be a lesson by an education officer in essentially how countries don't matter. Like, if you want to go deeper than that, like
Wow.
nationalism sikhane ke liye.
Yeah, okay. I don't think India's evolved to that kind of thinking. Watch your mouth.
Yeah.
People get shot for
I
that
mean,
kind
if
of
you're
thing.
saying it's deliberate, it can be anything. Like,
Oh,
an
Valkeshwar,
angry
Mumbai, we
officer
are not
might be
with you.
protesting.
We are not with you. Oh, Mr. Meghnad. Lord Meghnad Desai.
Okay,
We are not with you.
I have another theory. There is this officer who has an affair with a very lovely Kashmiri girl. Okay. And then this whole thing happens in Kashmir. And then he wants to take revenge. So, how does he do it? This is how he does it.
I
Is that
think
a
you
more
stick.
legit theory?
No. Stick to investigative journalism. Leave comedy
Yes,
and
yes.
fantasy alone. And definitely don't go into sexual and romance. I feel that's not your move. Please stay away from that. Bring your dog back into the show because that's the only highlight so far that's been worth it. Alu, save the show. Bachao!
Wow. Wow.
Why would you call the dog after a potato?
Yes, I wanted to ask.
No, just like she came with that name. Like the person who basically took her from the streets and fostered her named her Alu, and we just kept it.
And you didn't
See,
bother
Parsis have
asking
that
to
name
Alu?
Alu, but other than that, I don't know anyone who has
Alu.
Alu as a real name. Maybe
You
Sindhis.
never
Just check.
asked?
What I asked, and she said, "Okay, I like alus," so I named her Alu, and she looks like an alu. So I was like, "Okay, that's a
No,
nice name."
all
So
right.
now
But that's like saying I like gorilla, so I call my dog gorilla. I mean, that
Yeah,
what is the sense of
exactly.
that?
it's okay to call a dog gorilla also. I
It's
think that's a
confusing.
nice
Oh,
name
it's
You know
for
how
a
many dogs are
dog.
called? How many dogs are called tiger, and it causes panic. Somebody says, "Dekho, tiger aa gaya." Everybody runs. It's only that sweet dog in the lane. It's all stupid thinking, bro. Wrong naming of kids and everything.
We
We
have
have names
names
like
like
Shalu.
Shalu.
Yeah.
See,
Dude,
hyperbole is right.
I have a friend. I have a friend who got a dog, German Shepherd, very shy dog. Collectively, that house has decided to call the dog Lajwanti. They all call the
Oh,
dog. There's nothing.
Lajwanti is a
It's
nice name.
no, it's
It
not.
is.
It's a very nice
It's
name.
fine. I'm okay
Yeah,
with it. I vote
yeah.
yes. I vote yes for this and yes for Shashi Tharoor for president of Congress. These two
Oh,
I'm
can I
voting
tell you?
yes.
So Shreyas Manohar, his
Your cousin,
family,
huh?
his
Uh,
yes, rich
your
family
family,
used to have
your
yes,
family,
my family.
तेरा
Uh,
परिवार, तेरा सांग
मेरा
परिवार.
मेरे माँ के साइड का परिवार
That doesn't
used to
change
have a
परिवार बेटा.
camel.
सबका एक ही साइड का होगा ना. बैंक दो साइड से कैसा होगा परिवार? What kind of fucking family are you coming from?
Fine, I get it. मेरा परिवार, the
Hey,
Manohar
how
family.
true is that camel thing?
Yeah, it is true. So they had a camel. They literally had a camel as a pet in their lawn, and she was called Shalobano. Now that is a name.
Yes,
That is a
that's a
name,
good name.
but that's not the issue here. The issue is here why the family in Nagpur have a camel in their lawn. That's something we have
Yes,
to ask.
yes. I always thought that was a lie, and he's joking
No,
around.
no, it's true. Like we have photos of Shalobano and us, like whatever. It's true.
Okay,
Like
big
we had
question.
like
Was it into one hump or two humps?
one hump, I think. Yeah, one hump. One
Was
hump.
it good? Was it good for you? Was it good?
Oh God, Cyrus!
Too much
Did not
politics, Baba.
expect that.
Let's
Did not expect
I
that. Okay.
saw that going that direction, which is why I was like, why are you answering?
It was poorly set up with the internet flashing left, right, and center. I was like begging for it. Can we just push this point out there?
I have a third topic before we go to AMAs, or do you want to go to AMAs?
AMAs, bro. I've got a
AMAs.
703. I have to stop. Yeah.
Okay, AMAs then. AMAs, let's go to AMAs.
Follow me at Instagram and Twitter on Bored Brocha. I'm so bored, I need your help. I need your love. I need your touch. Okay, just follow me.
Okay, so first comes from Shweta Bapat. Hello, Shweta.
Hello,
She
Shweta.
says, in the spirit of making gossip great again, yesterday I saw a story on IVM's Instagram where they had a live bhelpuri and sandwich wala for Diwali party.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I was left out. Shweta,
You were in Delhi,
please
you
don't
idiot.
remind me.
With
Yeah.
with your mother's side of the family only. Remember, let's be clear, huh?
You know, so evil these IVM people are. मेरा भी कैलेंडर ब्लॉक करके रखा है दिवाली पार्टी स्नैक्स करके, राइट? और मैंने बोला कि फिर मैंने एड्रियन हुइजर
तू भाग गया last week.
responded to him. What?
तू मुंबई से भाग गया last week.
I mean, I'm here in Delhi. I spent 1 week in Bombay, but all the fun things seem to happen when I'm not around.
It's called Diwali, na? They can't change the. Meghnad, you're driving me mad today.
So
You
they
wanted
could
to
have
change the date of
postponed it
Diwali for
just
you.
for
You ordered the
me.
Kashmir controversy in the last bit, and now you want to change Diwali because it didn't suit me. वो 10 दिन आगे करना पड़ेगा इसके बाद. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm very pissed off. I have sent many crying emojis to our HR saying that मेरे को कुछ नहीं मिला, मुझे भी पानी पूरी खाना था.
But you get everything in Delhi, yaar. And actually, Bhelpuri is much better.
It's garbage here. I told you this. Delhi chaat is garbage.
No.
I've never heard.
What are you
I've
saying?
never heard anyone say that.
Yes.
I've never heard anyone say
You're
that.
mad. Meghnad, you go back to Nagpur. You don't deserve Delhi. These are good
They
points of
put-
Delhi. Chaat is
Listen,
fantastic. No.
they put anardana on it and they put ginger strips on it, and it pisses me off.
Why do you find out?
Are you mad or what?
Sparsh
Whose
has
voice
to
is that?
contribute to this.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't want you to make that you're alone in this. Honestly, I don't know what you're saying. Honestly, you're wrong. Okay, Delhi streets are not safe in the night for girls. That I agree. But the food, veg and non-veg, is all out of this world, bro. Please, Alex,
Chaat
food
bol raha
tonight.
hu main. Food is amazing. Chaat
Chaat is
specifically.
Where the
Chaat,
street food
chaat.
came only from the north only. All the things you're discussing.
Listen, best
Meghnad-
chaat Nagpur and Kolkata.
I've heard Kolkata. Yes, Kolkata street food is very good.
Kolkata puchka is next level. Please, Bengalis, support.
Nirvan. It's coming thick and fast. Meghnad doesn't deserve Delhi's food. No one supporting Mumbai, huh? No one. I'm just telling you. Meghnad just
Meghnad
leave.
just leave. Sparsh has lost it. Triggered.
तूने कश्मीर के बारे में पंगा लिया, तूने कांग्रेस के साथ पंगा लिया, तूने बीजेपी को इतने बार पंगा लिया, but you say one thing bad about Chaat and Delhi and they're after you.
Yes.
Now you know where people stand.
That is a legit point. Eat aloo tikki chaat. Okay, that I like. Aloo tikki chaat is nice. But other than that,
Masoom is getting scared now. He's trying to wheel his way back in slowly. He's worried about Okay.
Okay, next AMA. AMA, Cyrus's take on Meta versus The Wire. I feel cynical that no information we are consuming can be trusted with the way internet is going and no data is safe. Do you know what happened?
No, you tell us.
I mean, you
So,
can't
in
ask such a
short-
vague question.
I know. I don't know what
No,
you...
in short, I'll give you some background on this. Short me. Basically,
Meghnad, the only thing short about you is your height. Huh? Every background of yours is 15 minutes. Huh? Too much again. I
honestly
apologize.
thought that was a different short joke.
Yeah.
I was also processing it and thinking if there was an innuendo.
No need to take it further, yeah, boys. Come on. This is a classy show. Don't judge by the first 55 minutes. Yeah.
So, publication The Wire basically published a series of stories calling out Meta and saying that the Bharatiya Janata Party's Amit Malviya, IT cell head, has a special button which through which he gets priority in removing content from Instagram. Right? They call it the X-Check program. So they did 4 stories. After every story, Meta has been saying, guys, this is fabricated. Whatever you are saying is not true. And then they kept putting out screenshots and videos and etc. And then finally, 4 stories later, the person they were quoting as the source for this whole thing actually emailed them saying, boss, मैं तो vacation पे था, मैंने तो तुमको कुछ भी नहीं भेजा. And then they were like, oh shit. And then basically they took down the entire stories and the entire thing was fabricated. And apparently now the theory is that someone was actually scamming them and duping them and they fell for it. So yeah, that's
so they were scamming the people who were hoping to scam everybody, is what you're saying. You
I don't
scam
know,
the potential scamster.
I mean, Wire is not a scamster, I would say.
One second, but it's very funny that a news channel is supposed to cross-check and then publish.
So that's what,
cross-check?
Which is
sorry,
what
did
the
you say
question is.
A news channel is supposed to. Have you been watching news channels? Also, this Navi Mumbai is another country or what, boss? Put that in that Bihar questionnaire. Put Navi Mumbai in the questionnaire right now.
No, but that is what the question
channels
is
and
asking.
verification. News channels. Baba, I'm working in a news channel for the last 16 years. What verification?
But Cyrus, to be fair, Wire has done
Why
some
does it?
interesting
It
investigative
has a good
reports.
reputation. It has
Yeah.
a good reputation. But having said that, I mean, this is horrible. How do we
This
defend
is
it?
horrible, and now it is actually questioning their previous story. There was this big story on tech fog, which was basically BJP has this big network and
Don't
this
don't
special
just go to
app,
tech
etc.
fog and all that. Once you have one setup in a story, you've lost your credibility, bro.
Yeah.
It takes one. You don't have to give me more than that because they'll always point their finger to that, the opposition and others. So,
So Cyrus, if you want to answer that, how can you trust information anymore?
our show, and by our show, I don't mean Cyrus Says. I mean Meghnad at wherever, whose show is called
Meghnad. The channel is called Meghnad.
Meghnad is the
ELI
channel.
10 is my show. ELI 10. Explain Like I'm 10 is my show on IVM.
Yeah,
Please
okay.
go watch. But point is legit, right? Like if something like this happens, the credibility of the entire
That's
sort
what
of goes away, and now you can't trust anything that they put out.
I was known to be a very honest man until I met Malaika, Sophia, Maria, Nafisa, Minnie, Ishanaz, all these girls. And I realized that every time they asked them their age, they would remain the same age. Right?
Yeah.
So I never lied till then. And then I picked it up from them. And now when people ask me my age, I always go, I'm 41. I'm always, once you do that, you've lost your credibility because you're an instance, you're fucked. That's it. You can't change. Masoom, how old are you?
Padfoot.
23. No, I'm 27.
27. Wow. Yes. Little bit of hair loss already. Things are looking good.
Oh my God! Don't point it out. Don't point it out. That's been on my
bro,
mind
it's all gonna be worse. Every decade is gonna get horrible. Be very careful.
A decade. It doesn't seem like it'll last for a decade. The way it's going.
But don't worry, there's so many things you can do right now. If you do well and you have the money, you can have like all kinds of hair from everywhere transplanted there. Look at Meghnad. He was completely bald at 19 and look at him now. Dekha?
Now look at me. Look at me.
Of course.
Where do you think this came from?
Apparently, one private area has no hair because you have to transplant it from somewhere else. How do I know is the question. Verification, the badge of good journalism. I had to check.
I was just about to ask, but okay. Let's take one more, question. Aditya Sharda asks, guys, what are your plans for Diwali this year?
Well, I'm trying to take my mom for the first time to Alibag in 4 years. Long story why and all that. So if we can manage it 4 days, there's no work for us. Sunday to Wednesday. No shoot, no show, no event, no writing, nothing. For me. So 4 days in Alibag. And my wife's not there, which means the dogs can sleep on the bed. I can stand on the chair. I can pee in my own yard. It's so lovely. Because, when the fascist undertones are not there to look over the people go berserk, man. It's going to be great. Yeah. Sorry, what about you?
How far is your Alibag house from your
It's not
house?
Mine, it's hers. I don't own anything.
It's hers.
I'm a lefty.
It's hers. Yeah.
It'll take us, Sunday morning, if we leave under 9, we should be there in under 3 hours, like 2 hours 50, 2 hours 45.
Oh.
If we left at 6, we'll be there.
Stay in your car that long?
I'm sick of that Roro. They were rude to us. They want to put the dogs in the hold and this, that, and the other. So I fought with them. So I don't take the Roro. I banned the Roro. If Roro comes as a sponsor, tell me. I have to change my tact. Yeah. There's no podcast. Yeah, good point.
We are off for Diwali break.
Government forced us. We didn't want to. Government says Diwali, you have to celebrate it. I said, I'm not a Hindu. They said, show me your Aadhaar card. And so I'm really worried. But what about you two?
No plan.
I am in Delhi. I am going to, prepare myself to breathe in the amazing air.
But your great chief minister has said no crackers. That's great, yeah. We will still have some here. The nutcases, the dogs get scared.
The thing is, you can declare whatever you want unless you enforce it. It means nothing. And every time they ban it, it's still happening. So,
and the sad part is, Meghnad, it takes one guy to do a Fatakra one, and then all the dogs get scared, and heart attacks happen. Yeah. We don't need 10,000 people to misbehave. One, we need just one. Yeah. And that guy's name is Silvery.
Also, I don't think it's a ban as much as it's a request that don't.
No, Supreme Court jailed for 6 months. Order is coming. I've been following
last year.
I haven't seen this.
I was in Delhi last year, and it was very bad. Like
very bad.
I couldn't see the buildings or just COVID ke baad celebrate karne mila tha. So everyone lost it. Last year, November.
Were they cremating the bodies or was it actual Diwali?
Oh God, no. It was actual crackers, Diwali celebrations that happened. And a lot of smoke. And
just getting the festive spirit out there, yeah. Come on.
Of course.
Red cheer, bro. Red cheer.
Now, my plan is to basically do nothing and play a lot of games at home, video games. And,
so, Meghnad is well earned by you, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, you sound like my son, but he's 19. You'll expect that, as you age, the video games are the stronger, the hold of the video games.
I got a tattoo, Cyrus. See?
Wow.
Yeah.
What does that?
What does it say?
It's a Space Invaders tattoo. It's the first arcade game ever made.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Space Invaders. Yeah.
How mature are you?
But yeah, that's how nerdy I am about games, basically.
What do you have on your other areas?
This is my first tattoo.
Oh, first tattoo?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Masoom, do you have a tattoo?
Not at all. Nope.
He doesn't want to show
you don't have a tattoo, right?
Do I look like the tattoo type? Firstly, they charge you money. The moment you charge me money, I've lost interest in the negotiation.
Is it natural progression of a gym body is to get tattoos on it?
I don't like tattoos, bro. It's not for me. Yeah, what am I going to do with a tattoo? It's like, how bored can you be? I like to dig my nose, scratch my ears, scratch my groin. I got enough things to do. I don't need work. I can spend the whole day with me, and I don't need a tattoo. The tattoo is ridiculous, and the guy just goes and looking at his own tattoo like, wow. I mean, what's the point?
Yes. Also, it's too much commitment that you have it on you throughout life.
But that's the whole point, and that's why it took me
So
so
those
long
who
to
do it for their
decide what it
lover,
is.
you do it for your mom and dad, that's a great idea. But you sound really like kind of uncool. But if you do it for your lover, suppose your girlfriend's name is, let's say, Asha. Asha is written all over your shoulder, big letters
Yeah.
across your chest. Then she leaves you for a foreigner, and just 2 days before the marriage, and it's a huge scandal. And then you got to get it removed. And
Did you know there is an entire Netflix show on this, which is called Tattoo Redo or something? Which is basically all these people who have gotten tattoos and they want it redone. So they get these artists to basically make it look like something else.
yeah, that's the other option. To save money, you just add one letter. But can I?
But that's more money.
Let's play a quick game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what they would have as a tattoo? Mallikarjun Kharge. What would be his tattoo? I love. There's a Bollywood song which has the same name, but I won't get into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably it will have maybe the Congress ka symbol on him.
The extra hand.
No.
Like
The hand.
if you hold him up, he goes hands up, and he's open his chest to show the hand here as well. No. Yeah.
I just imagine that shit. No, don't do this to me. But okay, go on. More, Masoom, what do you think?
His tattoo, I don't know. I think he'll get another tattoo. अगर उसका एक और बच्चा होगा तो क्या नाम रहेगा? That's what the tattoo will be.
He can go back.
Sumedh is saying, live long and prosper. Will be his tattoo. And Grim Fandango is saying, young India tattoo.
Dude, his tattoo will say maybe the next election. That's what the tattoo will keep saying.
You are my Sonia. God, those are the lyrics. Those are the lyrics. I love you, Sonia. You are my Sonia. Shweta, I thought of it. I just couldn't remember it. Alzheimer's is setting in. I told you. It was there in my head. It's a 90s song, yeah? Aren't you? Like last 15, 20 years. Yeah. You are my Sonia.
Cyrus should get Kunal's name tattooed.
I will. On my left butt cheek. For sure. Yeah.
Kunal is coming over, so I think
he's
we
here.
have to end the show.
He's already here.
He's here.
Yeah.
Oh, he got pizza and dhansak as we discussed.
I know this sounds wrong to say, but he's sleeping in my daughter's bed with the AC on. Again, when I say this, please, don't just let it be.
Good time.
I'm giving you information.
Good time to end this show, guys. That is a great thought.
And happy Diwali, because I think Friday show is recorded, so we won't meet anyone. Yeah.
Yes.
And please
Masoom,
come back. Masoom,
Sorry,
anything?
what?
Masoom, you want to add anything as we end?
Nah, I'm good. Just sorry for my
Happy
internet,
Diwali.
guys. Yes,
That's
happy
right.
Diwali also. Yeah, manana nahi manana mat banao.
That's a good. That's the festive spirit for me. Because that's what you should say as a secular person. Wanna, do wanna, don't wanna, don't wanna. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I want you to lead the Congress. You should put your hand up next time.
Yes, Masoom for
I have a tattoo here. Do you want to see?
Not so Masoom now, are you?
Happy Diwali, everyone. Chat is also saying Happy Diwali.
They've had enough. They shut the fuck
Diwali,
up.
Chalo.
All right.
Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps. Please, we beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter, on Cyrus Says In. Or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.